Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lindsay, and today I'm going to be doing a bullet journal tour for the month of August. I have been bullet journaling since June 1st of this year, 2017, and I do have to say it's changed my life. I've never ever been able to keep up with a certain form of planning. I've never been able to have just one single object that I carry around with me that serves so many different purposes, because I'm a writer, so I will write ideas in it. I love poetry, and if I have an idea, I'll write it down. I love to draw, so if I have a sketch idea or I want to doodle, I can do it in here. But it also serves a very practical purpose. It helps me keep up with how often and how consistently I'm taking my medications. It helps me keep track of my health. I do struggle with physical health and dysautonomia, so keeping track of my health is very important to me. It also helps me stay organized and look at, I work in theater, so it helps me keep track of my rehearsal schedules, and it helps me keep track of performance schedules. And it's just something that I haven't gotten a chance to use it while in school yet, but I am very, very excited to do that during my junior year this year. So August starts tomorrow when I'm filming this, so I figured before I started writing all my personal information down in my already drawn out month of August, I would give you guys a bit of a tour. So I can't do this with the fancy cutaway to the facing down because I'm using my phone, so I will just kind of hold it up and hope it focuses. I hope that's okay. And sorry for the glare on my glasses. There is no angle on earth that I can seem to find that gets rid of it. So here is my cover page for the month of August, and over here are just some habit tracker ideas and a little spread idea that I had for the month of August when I was doing my planning. So here are all my trackers for the month. This is my sleep tracker. I have fatigue issues, so I like to track what sleep I get during the night separately from what I get during the day, just so that I know, if I'm actually sleeping consistently enough at night to constitute this being over fatigue, if that makes sense. And that's my little key at the bottom. And right over here are all my habit trackers for my medications, reading, writing, artwork, and a few other things down here, just to make sure that I'm keeping up with what I'm trying to keep up with. And now it's my weekly spreads. So this is my first weekly spread. It has a little bit written in. Like, this is today, and that's the end of the month. And so here starts August 1st. And so I see my therapist, Karen, at 3:45, and then I go to Footloose rehearsal at 6. And I have my rehearsal written out, and those are performances. And right here, I have little notes. It's a holiday for my religion, so I have little ways that I want to celebrate written down right below it. And now I'm going to show you the coming weeks that I have, just to show you a couple different ways of how I decorate it. This one, I used watercolors. And I don't use watercolors very often just because my notebook isn't made for them, but I really enjoy using watercolors, especially this set, which I got in the Met in New York, actually, when I went there in April. So they're my favorite set of watercolors, and I really enjoy using them. Then we have this spread, which is basically my favorite one ever to use because it's so easy. You just put washi tape over the days of the week, and there you go. It's decorated. It's perfect. And it's so easy for me to just show it and be done. This one I really love. I'd never done this one before because I hadn't had stencils before now, and now that I have stencils, I'm really enjoying using them. But this is just done with a bunch of circles, and on the weekly spread it has a bunch of little circles. So I really like this spread. I'm really excited to use it. And then this is my last spread for the month. This one is a little plainer. It's done with gray colored pencil instead of a colorful thing. But sometimes simple is fine too. And notice that I'm not using any fancy calligraphy. That's because I don't know how. And you don't need it to make a good bullet journal. You can use your messiest handwriting as long as you know what it means. It's just fine. And then here's an example of some other stuff that I do in my journal. I will write down notes that I have for my therapist when I have, you know, maybe a bad day or I don't feel like I've done something right and I want someone to talk to, but I don't have anyone to talk to. I'll kind of talk to my therapist through my bullet journal. And if when I go to see her during the week, I still feel like it applies, I will talk to her about this topic. And it really helps me remember the things that I need to talk out. And it's very helpful to get the emotions off my shoulders in words. And then over here, this is unfinished, but it's a little sketch that I've been working on of like a little reading nook in some imaginary home that I have in the middle of woods that don't exist. I know what you're thinking. Don't you live in the middle of the woods? Yes, I do. But so it just kind of shows that you can use your bullet journal for anything. And I have those more organized spreads, but then you can go back and see that I have much less organized spreads, such as my video ideas and my video notes. These are very sporadic. These were brand new, and they're not fancy. They're actually quite messy. So I really think that if it's important to you how it looks, then make it important. If it's not important to you how it looks, then just use it for what it's supposed to be used for. And you know, there doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be a full drawn out piece of work. Like I have these roses that I drew. This took me probably 25 minutes, half an hour to do this. And I could have done it in a sketchbook, but I didn't have a sketchbook, so I did it in here. It's just a really, really great thing that I recommend to anybody. Another thing that I get a lot of comments on from people that I know, family and friends, is that my bullet journal is not what most people think of when they think of a bullet journal. They think of, you know, the fancy ones with the dotted lines or the squares or different things like that. And that is not what I have. Mine is fake leather. I got it from Barnes & Noble for $8. And it is just blank pages. And I number the pages 10 at a time. So I'll get to 50, and then I'll label 51 through 60. And then when I get to 60, I'll label 61 through 70. Really simple, and it keeps me from having to sit there and, label every single page. I do not want to number 200 pages. That is so annoying. So doing it in little 10-bit sections makes me feel so much better. So that was my bullet. Oh, let me mention one more thing. This is just a little magnetic bookmark. This is the Oleander's painting by Van Gogh. One of my favorites. I love, 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 love his flower paintings. And it's just a little magnetic bookmark, and I always put it on the last page that anything was written on, excluding numbers. And so this has been super helpful because I can just, if I need a clean page, I can just flip to where this is. I can open up the notebook, and I have a clean page ready to go. I got these bookmarks. I have 3. I got these at the Met in New York. So as you can tell, I'm a bit of an art geek as well. But I'm sure you can find them online on their website if you're interested. So now that's been my August bullet journal tour. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to see more of my spreads, just let me know down in the comments. I would love to show you some more spread ideas. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!